Good evening. Today we're going to talk about behind the scenes. How many times have you been in the store and you were trying to get help from the salesperson and they just weren't that interested? Or when you got ready to check out, the cashier just wasn't as friendly as you had hoped? Or maybe just that day when you went to work and you spoke to the boss and they just kind of bit your head off. And you're like, man, what did I do? But what we don't understand is so many times we don't see what's going on behind the scenes. We only see what's at face value. And we're like, on the outside, you look okay, but you're biting my head off or you're just being rude and I don't understand. But what we don't get is, if we could just take a peek as to what's going on the inside, then we would understand why they're acting the way that they're acting. Maybe they're trying to figure out how to work out the issues of their marriage, or maybe they have a sick child, or maybe just the things of the journey of life has just got them so broken and they just can't figure out that day how to get over the hump. They can't figure out, how do I put a smile on because today I'm at the bottom of the pit. And so I think sometimes before we are so quick to jump to conclusions, sometimes we just need to give them a little bit of grace, that the same kind of grace that God's given us, to say, I don't really know what's going on with them, but maybe if I just share a kind word with them, or maybe if I just say hello and give them a nice smile, maybe that will be the thing that turns their day around. Maybe they don't have someone that they could confide in. Maybe they don't have someone that they can talk to, and they're just on the edge of the cliff. And they're just like, I just don't know what to do. And you just happen to get in their way, and they're just like, so you got all the frustration, you got all the anger, you got all of the hurt that's going on. Not, it wasn't meant for you, but you just happen to be the person that got in that path. And so sometimes, we have to step back and we just have to say, okay, wait just a minute. I didn't do anything to cause that to happen. So there must be something else that's going on. So let me see if I can help them. I mean, I know that maybe they were not the friendliest, or they weren't the kindest, but there's nothing that says that you can't be the bigger person and step out and say, hey, is there something I could help you with? Is, everything okay? Do you need prayer for something? What is it that I could do for you today? And, I think that if we as a society could maybe take off that spirit of pride or that spirit of ego to say, well, you're the one that's supposed to be waiting on me. You're the one that's supposed to be helping me. And if we would just kind of take that down a little and say, yes, that is your job, but sometimes we just don't feel like being that happy-go-lucky person. Sometimes we just don't feel like smiling. Sometimes we just don't feel like being kind. Sometimes we just want to be in our own little world. Just let us figure out how to sort through all the clutter and all the anger, all the bitterness that's going on in our life. Just let us be. But sometimes if we would just extend a hand and say, I understand, I know what it's like to be in your shoes, to be struggling whenever life gets hard. And so, if there's something I could do to help you, I would love to help you walk through this journey, because I want you to know that, you're not the only one that's suffering. We're all suffering at some point in our journey. And so as you go throughout this next week, just be mindful about the people that come across your path, the people in the grocery store, or the people at work, or just the people that you meet on the sidewalk, to say, hey, what's going on with them? Maybe you can be the one that turns their day around, to say, I've been in that spot, and I wish somebody would have came to me and just said, hey, is there something that you need? What's going on in your life? What do you need? Do you just need somebody just to sit and listen? So today, just think about those kind of things. Don't walk out with that just brute force saying, you know what? I'm walking in this store and everybody in here needs to wait on me because that's what you get paid for. Instead, just walk in with that spirit of grace and say, you know, who has God put in my path that I could make a difference, that I could maybe change their day for them. So I hope that as you go throughout this next week that you'll take some time to look past that outer exterior and kind of see what's going on behind the scenes and see if maybe you can make um, a change in somebody's journey. So I hope this message has been helpful to you, and I hope it's been a blessing to you.